Hello, and thank you for joining us for another Video Guys Live. My name is James. I'm a video production specialist here at Video Guys, and today we have a very exciting show to go over. If you didn't know, NAB was last week, and a lot of new and exciting stuff was announced and showed off. So we wanted to do kind of like a high level, everything that happened at NAB that kind of caught our attention. And if we missed something, absolutely make sure to let us know. Comment down below, give us a call, whatever. Let us know what your thoughts are from NAB Vegas 2026. First thing I want to talk about is Atomos has acquired Flanders Scientific. That is a monitor making company, and that is really exciting news because that means that we can expect to get more monitors, which Atomos is known for, higher quality, which they're already really good monitors. So we expect to see a lot of things develop in the Atomos workflow. And in just a couple slides, we'll talk about Atomos's new products that they announced as well. So kind of giving us a hint of what is to come with this acquisition. Speaking of acquisitions, AJA has also acquired Comprimato, which is they are a encoding and processing software company. So this is going to primarily be used for AJA's devices like the Bridge Live and things like that. So the fact that they have acquired them means that things are going to be more streamlined, things are going to come faster, stock is going to be easier to get. So all around good news. Starting off with some new products from AJA, and then we'll go into Atomos. I probably should have went Atomos and then, but that's okay. If you're familiar with the Bridge Live series, which would be the Bridge 3G and the Bridge 12G, there is now the Bridge Live IP. I shouldn't say it's now, but it is coming. They showed off the Bridge Live IP, which is a bidirectional IP transcoding engine. The really cool thing about the Bridge Live is that it can transcode things like NDI into ST2110 for broadcast and vice versa. So if you're getting a broadcast signal and you need to bring it down to NDI, you can do that with the Bridge Live. This is going to be coming soon. We'll get more information on that, but it will be priced at just about $18,000. They also showed off their new Open Gear card, the OG Gen 10. This is for HD, SDI reference outputs, so you can monitor your SD standard definition video feeds. This is actually currently available and in stock at Video Guys, and it is $795. Backtracking a little bit back to Atomos, like I said, Atomos announced a whole bunch of new products. These are what they're calling their broadcast-ready gear. This is equipment that's really made to be used on a broadcast set. Starting off with the Sumo Pro 19. This is their new flagship 19-inch monitor, recorder, and switcher. You heard that right. It's also a switcher. It has 4 SDI inputs on it, so you can monitor, switch, and record all 4 of those channels plus the mixed feed as well. It has the ability to do quad views. You can see all 4 feeds at the same time. It has 12G SDI, HDMI, XLR inputs. One of the things as well is that Atomos has been slowly going into the CF Express card reading management system for their file management system. Some other really cool things are that it has the Atomos Connect and Atomosphere things built into it. So being able to send your proxy files up to the cloud, be able to start editing immediately, that's included with the Sumo Pro. And also being able to receive and send NDI-HX signals is included with the Sumo Pro. They also announced the AI Controller Pro, which is going to be their PTZ controller for their AI range of PTZ cameras. Like I said, they're starting to branch out into the CF Express instead of their Caddy system for recording and then offloading those files. So they are making their own CF Express card reader. And then they also announced the StudioSonic Air. The StudioSonic Air is basically the same headphones that they came out with last year, the StudioSonics, but they're going to be wireless. So you can use them via Bluetooth or you can also have them be wired. So really cool to see that from them. I use the Studio Sonics when we're editing our stuff, and I love them so much. Speaking of Atomos and their AI range of PTZ cameras, they're actually doing a sale until the end of next month. You can get 30% off their entire range of PTZ cameras. So that includes the AI HD 20X, which is their 20X optical zoom 1080 60p camera. They also have their promo on the Atomos AI 4K 12X, which is their 4K camera with 12X, and then the 4K 20X as well. And as you can see, that puts their 1080p camera under $1,000. So this is a great time to get, you know, a really good PTZ camera, and even getting their 4K cameras at, you know, $1,330 roughly. So great time to get into the Atomos family of products. If you're already using their monitors and now you want to use their headphone and their CF Express card readers, this is a perfect opportunity to get in with their PTZ cameras and controller as well. Next up is BirdDog. BirdDog actually did something cool. They celebrated 10 years of being a company at NAB. They had their entire range of PTZ cameras there, the entire X series plus the 04. One of the really cool things is that the BirdDog XL Ultra actually took home a prize, the TV Tech's Best in Show. This is their large format sensor PTZ camera. It has 2 cameras on it. One's used for auto tracking and things like that. You know, it can also do full bandwidth NDI or NDI HX, 12G SDI and HDMI input and output capabilities, advanced AI auto tracking. All the bells and whistles are in the XL Ultra, and that's probably why it won the Best in Show for TV Tech. So congrats to BirdDog, and we're super excited to see that. We had Cameron Boyce from BirdDog on not too long ago talking about the BirdDog XL. So if you want to learn more about their entire range, absolutely check out that show. And they will also be joining us next week during EduStream to talk about some of their other PTZ cameras and fixed frame cameras. Canon announced a brand new controller, the RC-IP300. This is basically in between the RC-IP100 and the RC-IP1000. So it brings a lot of the features from the 1000 down into a really good price point at just $2,500. These are expected to be shipping in June, and we're really excited to see that. Canon did also announce some new lenses as well for their more broadcast side. We don't really carry the Canon lenses, but it's still really cool to see that they made a brand new super far range telephoto lens and some servo lenses as well. So really cool to see that from Canon, even if it's not exactly in our wheel. I just wanted to give them a little shout out. Elgato is showing off the brand new Stream Deck Plus XL, which is basically just a Stream Deck XL, and a Stream Deck Plus had a baby, and you have a 32-button Stream Deck with the knobs on it, as well as that little touchscreen sliding bar as well. So really cool device. More information will be coming about that from that soon, but it's currently listed at $350. They were also showing off the Stream Deck Studio and BitFocus. We had Chris Burgos on our show a little while ago, honestly, showing off the features of BitFocus in the Stream Deck Studio. And we're going to have him back on again, because since then, BitFocus has really expanded in its API capabilities. So has Elgato, making it so you can control a whole range of things, from production systems to lights to PTZ cameras, anything that's on your network, especially with BitFocus buttons. It's a good possibility that you can control that just right from the Stream Deck Studio. Epiphan was also at the NAB show. They were talking about some of their advancements in Epiphan Edge for updates. They were also showing off their brand new camera, the EC20. I'll give you another little teaser. Next week, Epiphan will also be joining us for EduStream to talk about some of those brand new features. And one of them may or may not be announced at our event next week. So if you want to learn about the Epiphan Edge and some of the new features coming to it, make sure to check out our show next week for EduStream TV. So a lot of great stuff coming from Epiphan. Glyph announced that they have a new Capture Plus CF Express Type B 4.0 card, as well as a Capture Plus CF Express Type B USB 4 card reader. So these are going to be CF Express Type B for accessories. Looking at Glyph's website, there is actually limited availability already of the CF Express Type B for cards. In certain sizes, they are available. You can check out our website. You can check out Glyph's website for the most up-to-date information. As for the card reader itself, we expect to get more information from that soon. There's no exact ETA yet, but just like anything that doesn't have a date on here exactly yet, the best way to keep up to date with that is to sign up for our newsletter and also periodically check out our blog, because as things do get release dates and as they come into stock especially, we will definitely be announcing that. Ikan is another company that we added to our line card not too long ago. We haven't done a dedicated show with them. We have one in the works, so definitely make sure to stay tuned for that. But if you don't know, Ikan is known for their lights, LED light panels, and all of that good stuff. They were showing off some really cool light systems with the Lyra PoE lighting setups, which can be either panels or they can be spotlights. There's a whole bunch in there. Some of those models are already available, and some of them will have to wait to get some more information on them. The Studio Rover is really cool because it's basically this mobile all-in-one production studio system. So basically it has a teleprompter, it has a rack, and it has lighting on it, and it has a teleprompter on it, and a stand for you to put a PTZ camera on it. So you can walk this into basically any room and be able to, within minutes, start recording something. Now, this can be used for like conference meetings. This can be used for, announcements to a school or whatever it may be. If you need to have a portable system, maybe looking into the Studio Rover is a good idea. Speaking of teleprompters, they did also show off a brand new Aura teleprompter. This is a 21-inch, basically broadcast teleprompter. And again, this has limited availability as of right now. Definitely give us a call for more information on the Aura teleprompter 21. Kiloview was showing off their entire range of encoders, decoders, their P3, P3 Mini, which are their cellular bonded encoders. They were showing off the Kilolink station, which is their basically their server for the P3 and P3 Mini. They were also showing off the brand new Kiloview AVX24-4 Media Hub. And this actually won 2 awards at the NAB show. It won Best Award for IT Networking Infrastructure and Security, and also for Hardware Infrastructure. If you don't know what the AVX24-4 Media Hub is, it's basically it's a network switch that can have all of your AV devices connected to it, and then you can monitor all of those devices from a single place. It's really designed for NDI, but you can use other AV over IP protocols as well. So really excited for Kiloview. And again, just giving another shout out to next week, we will be having Judy, who is pictured there, joining us to talk about the AVX24-4, the P3, the P3 Mini, and their entire range. So if you want to get more information on Kiloview, again, I highly recommend you check out edustreamtv.com next week. LiveU was showing off the LU900Q. This is one of their new broadcast cellular bonding devices. It's AI driven. One of the things that I learned about it today is it actually has quad link on it, so you can have up to 4 HD sources connected to it, and then it will be able to quad link those into a single 4K feed. Now, the LU900Q isn't something that would typically be on Videoguys' website. We typically talk about the LiveU Solos, LiveU Solo Pros, and their cellular bonded systems. The LU900Q is more their broadcast level. And as you can see on the screen there, if you are interested in learning more about their broadcast level cellular bonded encoders, definitely give us a call and we can get you in contact with a local integrator in your area to give you more information on the LU900Q. Marshall was showing off some cool new POV cameras, including the CV574, which is really cool because it also took home an award, Best of Show 2026 from Sound and Video Contractor. What's really cool about this is it's their first 4K all IP, all weather POV camera. So very cool. And we're expecting to see that in the next couple months. So that's awesome to see. The CV356 10x Full HD, so 1080p camera with 3G and HDMI outputs was also on display, and that's actually currently available. So if you want to get a POV camera that has a 10x optical zoom and you need to get a video feed out at 1080, definitely give us a call and we can get you hooked up. Netgear was, of course, a big star at the NAB show. Basically, any booth that was doing any AV over IP had those signs again that say, you know, powered by Netgear AV. And so, of course, we wanted to give them a shout out. They were also showing off their new line of M4350 switches. These are the switches that are compatible, again, for broadcast situations. SE2110 compatible on some of them are TAA compliant. They also have the intercon locking ethercon ports on them, so your cables can't accidentally come undone. So of course they were just all around really popular at NAB 2026, and we of course had to talk about them a little bit. PTZOptics was showing off their entire PTZ camera range, including a brand new camera that was announced. They announced a broadcast PTZ camera that will be coming this year, possibly early next year. More information will be coming out about that as we progress through the year. Definitely, hopefully by NAB New York, we know some more information about this. But high-level features we already know: 1-inch sensor, 4K 60p output, AI-powered auto tracking, 12G SDI, Genlock, time code, and just all around, a big step up from even the Move 4K, which is already a great camera. And speaking of Move 4K, they were also showing off Horizon, which is their new interface for their PTZ cameras to be able to control the auto tracking, exposure, things like that. Basically an advanced web GUI, which is really cool to see in person. And of course, they were showing off the Move SEs and their box cameras and their controllers as well. So a lot of cool stuff being shown off by PTZOptics. Teradek was at the show floor as well, and they were showing off the 5G field pack, the Prism Jetpack, excuse me, which is their cellular bonded device encoder. What's really cool about the Prism Jetpack is that it comes with a detachable 7-inch production monitor. So you can actually, you can see it on that tripod there. If I ask Adam to bring it up full screen here, you can wear that backpack and, as you're walking around, you have the Prism Jetpack on your back, but then you can also take that monitor off and hand it to somebody or look at it yourself without necessarily having to take the backpack off. So that's really cool. I did want to just put a small plug in here as well. Teradek did announce a spring sale. They have some promos that will be going until the end of this week. So definitely check out our promos page if you wanted to look for some last minute deals on Teradek, Small HD, or wooden camera products. Vizrt was a force to be seen at NAB. Right off the bat, they took home 4 prizes. They took home Product of the Year, Best of Show, from 3 different companies actually. The one that stands out to most to me, and I'm going to ask Adam to keep this screen up full screen. If you look at that picture all the way on the left-hand side, that is the brand new Vizrt AI keyer. As you can see, those 2 people are standing in front of a pictured backdrop. It looks like it's a stadium or something. But if you look closely at the monitors on the screen in that picture, you can see that even though it's not using a green screen, it is keying them out and putting them onto a virtual set. Now, if I ask Adam to come back to us, the only way that we're able to do what we're doing right now currently is there's actually a green wall behind me here, and we're just keying out the green. Notice you hardly ever wear green. But with something like this, you don't even need to have a green screen or a blue screen or anything. you can just have somebody stand in front of a camera, and as long as they're properly lit, they can be added into any virtual production. Really cool stuff. They were showing off a whole bunch of AI and graphic integrations into things like their sports productions and stuff like that. And of course, NDI 6.3 was a big thing at the show floor as well. You know, we're talking about like Atomos, and we're talking about Canon, and we're talking about BirdDog and Epiphan and all of these PTZ manufacturers that are using NDI. And the NDI team is constantly pushing the boundaries when it comes to NDI. If you want to learn a little bit more about NDI, I highly recommend that you check out our NDI November playlist. It's a couple months old now, but it's still really good information. And we even got to talk and sit down with Roberto Musso, Dr. NDI. So really cool stuff, a lot of really cool stuff coming from Vizrt. Another thing is that Vizrt has reduced pricing on some of the TriCasters. Again, if you want to learn more information about that, head on over to our website and you can see all of those new prices. So a lot of cool stuff coming out from Vizrt, really cool to see it all in action. Quicklink was also at the NAB show floor, and they were showing off their Studio Pro control surfaces, and the Studio Edge. The Studio Pro is an all-in-one switcher monitor recording system. It's available in just an NDI model, or as well as 3, 8, and 16 SDI inputs, and it even has a 2110 model if you're getting into broadcast. The Studio control surfaces are powered by BitFocus Companion, and that would be the Studio Pro Fusion and the Studio Pro Proton. What's really cool about these control surfaces is that, again, they're powered by BitFocus Companion. And Austin Hinton did a really good video on LinkedIn showing how you can really log into BitFocus Companion and choose what you want that controller to control. It's not just going to be able to control the Studio Pro. It can control your lights, your PTZ cameras. It can control anything else that you have on your network, because it's all just API control. Studio Edge is their award-winning remote guest integration. Basically, that is a platform that allows you to connect to a Teams or Zoom call and have your guests join this waiting room in Studio Edge, and you can be able to communicate to them, or your team can be able to communicate to them, put them in this waiting room, and then make sure that their audio is coming in good, make sure that their video looks good, their framing, all of that stuff. And you can even control some of the settings for them. So if you want to change their mic or turn off or on the noise suppression from the web conferencing call, you can do all of that from Studio Edge, and then you can just send them into the Studio Pro to join the full-scale production. Really cool stuff coming out from Quicklink, and I highly recommend that you check them out. SanDisk announced some new storage solutions, including new generation for the SanDisk Extreme, and the Extreme Pro, up to 2,000 megabytes per second for the write speed on the SanDisk Extreme, and up to 4,000 megabits per second, 3,000 sustained on the SanDisk Extreme Pro. Now, information isn't as clear as to when these are going to be coming out, but best I could find was that we're expecting midway through the year, we expect to get the SanDisk Extreme portable SSDs in stock. For the SanDisk Extreme Pro portable SSDs, we're looking closer to the end of the year, and I wasn't able to get a concrete range of time on the SanDisk Extreme Pro CF Express 4 Type B cards, which are also brand new and very cool to see from SanDisk. So lots of new storage things. They also added some new sizes for some of their SD cards as well. Again, if you want to get more information on those, you can head on over to our website. G Drive I mostly wanted to put in here because they did just recently rebrand, and then, being a little bit old school, I like seeing the G Drive logo, so I took a picture of it and wanted to add it to the show. We did a show not too long ago talking about all of the G Drive storage solutions on the market, including the G-RAID 4 and 8, the shuttles, the G-RAID Project 2, the G Drive Project, and the Armor ATDs. All of that information on those drives is still relevant. I believe I said that there were some promos in it, so that's technically not relevant anymore, but the information about the drives is still absolutely true. So if you want to learn more about G Drive, check out that video from a couple weeks ago. YoloLiv was actually our show last week. We were talking about the S3 and the S7. These are in stock and available now, and that's what they were showing off at NAB. So that includes their webcam and the S7. I have the price with the S7 with the lens on the screen. It's $100 cheaper if you want to get it without the lens. If you have your own Micro Four Thirds lens, you can use them as well. And then I did want to just leave on here that until the end of the week for an NAB special promo, they're doing $50 off of the YoloBox Ultra and the YoloBox Extreme. So really good time to get into that. If you were kind of eyeing one, this is the time to get it because that sale will be ending at the end of this week. Now, like I said, there was a lot of stuff going on at NAB. We saw a lot of innovation when it comes to NDI, PTZ cameras going closer and closer to broadcast without the price, astronomically jumping up. It's really great to see everything that's happening in the industry. Like I said, if I missed anything, absolutely feel free to comment down below. And thank you for joining us. And one last plug. Next week, we will be doing EduStream TV. So if you haven't registered for that yet, make sure to register at edustreamtv.com. It's totally free. We're going to be talking about live streaming in the educational markets. We have a ton of great guests. Like I said, right off the top of my head, I know we got Judy from Kiloview. We got John Roberts from PTZOptics, Gus from Netgear, Ryan from Epiphan. I'm just spitballing. I know we got a couple more in there. We're also going to have integrators on the show. A lot of great information about a lot of the stuff that was announced at NAB. So make sure you check that out. It's free to register. We'll see you next Tuesday. Thanks.
Videoguys is available Monday through Friday. Give us a call at 1-800-323-2325. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram to stay connected with all of our updates. And you can like us on Facebook. Keep an eye out for our live videos, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.